Despite his billions, global fame, and empire of tech innovation, Vincent Hale had one fear he couldn't conquer: his own dog. Bear, a massive, dark-coated German shepherd, was more legend than pet. Trained in protection, hardened by past trauma, and failed by a long line of so-called experts, Bear had become dangerously unpredictable. Even Vincent, who had built satellites, smart cities, and self-driving cars, couldn't get within 10 feet of him without Bear snarling like a storm was about to break. So, in frustration, and maybe a bit of ego, Vincent made a public offer: $1 million to anyone who can calm Bear. The announcement went viral overnight. Most thought it was a stunt, a marketing gimmick. But those close to the billionaire knew this was real. The man had everything except peace in his own home. The next week, Vincent's estate became a media circus. Trainers from around the world arrived, some boasting about their credentials, others whispering horror stories from Bear's past. One by one, they failed. Some didn't make it past the gates. One left in tears, another in an ambulance. Then came someone no one expected. 8-year-old Emily Reyes arrived holding a tattered stuffed bunny and her mother's hand. She didn't wear protective gear or carry leashes. She didn't even speak. Her mother explained gently, "Emily has autism. She doesn't do well with loud noises or surprises. We're just here to watch." But something shifted the moment Emily saw Bear. He was behind reinforced glass, pacing like a storm trapped in a bottle. Yet Emily didn't flinch. She stared, not with fear, but empathy. Without warning, she let go of her mother's hand and slowly walked toward the enclosure. Gasps erupted. Guards moved. Vincent raised a hand, freezing everyone. "Let her try." No one breathed. Emily stood inches from the glass. Bear stopped, locked eyes with her. For a full 10 seconds, time froze. Then something impossible happened. Bear sat down. Emily tilted her head, mirroring him. Then she did something that made the crowd's collective heartbeat skip. She hummed. A soft, warbly tune that only her mother recognized. It was the same lullaby Emily hummed when she was afraid. Bear moved closer. Emily pressed her hand against the glass. The beast everyone feared, this growling, snapping shadow of a dog, gently pressed his massive paw on the other side. Tears welled in Vincent's eyes. He gave the nod. The door was opened. Everyone held their breath as Emily walked inside. Bear didn't lunge. He didn't bark. He simply walked beside her, brushing his side against her gently, like an old dog remembering a lost friend. Emily sat on the floor. Bear laid his massive head in her lap. The crowd exploded into cheers, laughter, sobs. Vincent Hale, billionaire, tycoon, tech titan, stood frozen. Then, slowly, he approached. "Emily," he said softly, kneeling beside her, "you did something I couldn't buy. You faced the one thing even I was afraid of, and you didn't do it with force. You did it with understanding." He turned to the cameras. "The $1 million? It's hers. But more than that, I'm pledging $10 million to autism support programs around the country, in Emily's name." The next day, headlines read, "Girl with autism calms the beast a billionaire couldn't. Emily versus fear, and fear lost." But beyond the headlines, beyond the money and media, something deeper had happened. A little girl walked calmly into a space filled with chaos and fear, not because she was fearless, but because she understood what it meant to be misunderstood. And in doing so, she reminded the world, sometimes the bravest hearts come in the quietest voices.